I'll say this much. Zach Wilson, I think the past 2 years, the hate has been warranted. I think this year I finally have noticed this dude has a lot of raw talent and actually a pretty good vision for the game. And I think he's just failed to be properly developed. And I think he's actually made a lot of improvement this season just being in the same room as Aaron Rodgers. Who knows how he would have developed, with Aaron Rodgers actually playing. And this game, man, he did some freaky stuff, some super freaky stuff. I can pull up first things
Zach
first, right?
Zach is a momentum guy. Like, because for every throw, like the sidearm throw that we're looking at right here, where he completes it to Lazard, that is
Sidearm,
so
no look.
filthy. Sidearm, no look pass, and then he made a throw like a couple plays or a series later to Conklin in that last drive that gave him a chance to throw the Hail Mary, which, by the way, the Hail Mary itself was incredibly impressive that he made that so accurately thrown, scrambling away from one of the most athletic defensive ends, pass rushers in the league in Max Crosby. And to get that ball there was ridiculous. But this throw sidearm was just gross. Like,
Nuts.
for the problem with Zach Wilson is that for every play like that he makes, John, there's a play that's equally as impressive in a negative way. Like the interception that he threw to pretty much seal the game for the Raiders. That Spillane picked off on that little hook route. I mean, he just looked right there the entire time. Like no look off, no, never saw that guy Spillane running right into that route. And that's just stuff that he falls back into these old casual ways that he used to, because he used to get away with stuff. He would never get picked off because as a college player, as a high school player, he was so gifted that he never really had to worry about reading the coverages, or that ball was always had so much zip and so much touch on it that he never had to worry about it. And to me, every time he makes a crazy sidearm throw like we just made, it gets canceled out. It gets equalized by some play that is equally as bad. And you just can't have that inconsistent play as a quarterback in this league. And the hate he gets, I don't think is warranted, because he doesn't get any love for the good things that he does. Like, if you show this Hail Mary play here in the All 22, it is, I mean, if Conklin doesn't get his hand on it, I think Garrett Wilson might catch this ball. The problem is when, Conklin doesn't know what's behind him. He's just,
This the scrambling that he does to get this pass off, and then the arm strength you need to sling it 60 yards, basically. I think 60
the
yards, maybe
hesitation
more.
on Max Crosby. I mean, Max Crosby is literally probably the most athletic pass rusher in football. And he
It's
makes him look silly, and then he
crazy.
throws it on the run, torques his body, and this was very, very catchable. I mean, Conklin and Garrett Wilson basically both get their hands on it because they're not aware of each other's where they're at on the field, because this is I mean, it's a tough play to execute as a receiver. But this is you're talking inches away from being a Hail Mary touchdown, and we're having a very different conversation about the Jets and about Zach Wilson. If I mean that seriously, how he torques his body and gets it there, it's just sick. Some of the
It's
things he
crazy.
does.
Yeah, I mean, and again, like uh, the kid is clearly gifted, and I think has just failed to develop the way that people expected him to. But who knows?